everyone. Welcome to Blue Coats Beat. I'm Dee Lynham here on DETV, having the pleasure to be joined by Shareef Abdur-Rahim, president of the G League. Shareef, first and foremost, I'm glad that you could be with us, and I hope everyone in your family is healthy.
Hey, Dee, thanks for having me, and I wish the same as we spoke earlier. Please give my best to your dad, but I extend that to your entire family. I'm hoping everyone is in good health and spirits during this time.
Shareef, these are tough times for everyone on so many levels. And I think people, they really miss sports because we realize it's such an important part of our lives from an entertainment standpoint, from a camaraderie standpoint. What's been your message to your teams in the G League, their players, their fans, and in particular, because we're with the Blue Coats, fans in Delaware?
Yeah, well, I think we say the same. We miss being out there as well. When we suspended, we were right at the end of our regular season, heading into our playoffs. So things were really picking up and getting intense, and we were looking forward to a really spiritful playoffs. And I think the thing in the message we try to share, one is first and foremost to be safe and healthy, that we're doing what we need to do as a community to just make sure everyone is healthy and safe, and we put that first. And we look forward to being out and being back with our communities as soon as we can. I think that's the best part about, all of this is just the community connection that you miss. And, folks in Delaware pulling for their teams, the folks in Long Island and, and Atlanta, everywhere, just the different communities pulling together and being able to, be together. That's such a strong part of the G League, is that, really intimate feel that our games and our teams have.
Shareef, you guys have made some big news during this pandemic because some of these high school kids, top-notch level talent, have committed to your league. It's a first. It's a new, exciting kind of development. Tell me what you can about the program. I know you spend a lot of time with people that work for you getting this in place and figuring out how best to do this. What does it look like for those kids and your league starting next season?
Yeah, well, it's something that's kind of been a while coming now. We've been working at it and having in place the program, the Professional Path program, since 2018. And during that time, we've just been out educating people about what we offer with the G League. And we think it's a great opportunity for the high school players that are tracking towards the NBA, that are looking for an alternative route. So to date, we've signed 4 high school age players: Jalen Green, Isaiah Todd, Dacian Nixon. And then just recently today, we announced Kai Soto. Kai is a Filipino-born player. He's, here in the States the last year, starting to work and develop, and he's going to join us as well. And we're excited to have them. We think it's a great opportunity for them to start their professional career and be introduced to the NBA family and NBA way of playing. And we think it's exciting for all of our teams. A lot of, to your point, a lot of attention around the G League, a lot of attention around our teams, and they'll play in our league. They'll play possibly against Delaware, and I think that will bring a lot of excitement to our league as well.
Shareef, is there a number that you have to cap at how many you can accept in this first year?
Yeah, we could take with this team. The idea and the structure of the team is really for the team to have a mix similar to our G League teams that will have two-way players and young assignment players from the NBA team mixed with more veteran G League players. This team will be made up of the high school age players with more veteran, G League type players. So we could take a couple of more just to keep the construction and the composite of the team intact. But we're set, where we are with the 4 players. I think we feel really good about them.
Shareef, I know the whole purpose, and I'll move on from this after this question, but is to get these guys ready for the NBA, which they would then become available for the NBA draft the following year. What exactly, because you've been in the NBA, you're now running a league, what are the essentials that you want to make sure they leave their year with?
Well, I think first and foremost, just to start getting an understanding of the work ethic, and what it takes to be a professional basketball player. So, I mean, they'll be coached by NBA quality head coaches from the NBA, NBA staff, but, start understanding NBA terminology and the way the NBA game is played. I think our game is different from if a player went overseas or, even the college game. So start to understand that the physicality and the pace. The pace of our game is really different. And then we provide, a whole comprehensive system of, off-court and professional development. So all of that to start really on-court preparedness and off-court of professional life that they can start getting acclimated. And we think that they'll start their NBA career with a leg up.
Mm-hmm. All right. How are we in terms of the league? You have 28 G League teams. There are 30 NBA teams. So Denver and Portland are the two that don't have an affiliate. How are they closer to having that?
Yeah, before, our current environment kind of paused a lot of things, but we were tracking towards, getting those teams to join, and those conversations have kind of halted just with the current environment and everything. So we'll get everything back going, and we'll start those conversations back. But then we're excited. We have, to your point, 28 teams now, and 26 are owned by NBA teams. The other 2 are operated. But then next year we'll launch our Mexico City team with the Capitanes, which is really exciting. The G League will be the first North American sports league to have a team in Mexico City, which is, history. Is groundbreaking. So we're excited about that. We're excited about having the Capitanes and to be a part of basketball development, not only in Mexico City, but throughout Latin America is really exciting. That team will have, similar to the select team, they'll be constructed differently, and that they'll have, a host of players that are native Latin American players, and that'll be exciting. And then we'll have our team of our young players. So in actuality, next year we expect to have 30 teams. Just 2 will be, unaffiliated teams.
Still a little different. I'm curious, do they become, and I'm specifically talking about Mexico City, is that like a travel team? So they'll be coming through G League cities, or some of your teams will also go down to Mexico City?
They're fully integrated in our league. Teams will, not every team, but some of our teams will go play road games in Mexico City, and, it's things we're working through there, and then they'll come and, possibly play in Delaware.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're excited.
Any big surprises your first year on the job that or something that caught you by surprise?
Well, I wouldn't say big surprises, but, the thing that sticks out to me most as I, made my rounds around the league is just, how different all of our teams are. You and I both have had connections to the NBA, and if I go to a 76ers game, the look and feel is very similar to a game at MSG, so to speak. And in the G League, every team really has, its own distinct feel, and a lot of it comes from some innate qualities from the community. Things that are, distinct about the Blue Coats coming from Delaware and being in that area. Likewise, you take the Texas Legends, they're totally different than any other team we have. So that's probably been, the biggest eye-opener, but I think it's a positive for our league and for our communities.
Shareef, the 76ers Fieldhouse, one, it's a great venue, and there's been other organizations that have also had those kind of arenas built or playing in something similar. The venues and the 76ers Fieldhouse in particular, how important is that for your league to have those kind of places that teams play?
It's extremely important. To your point, we've had a number of teams over the last number of years kind of pull together and get these kind of new facilities. And for our teams to play in facilities, for our communities to be able to come into facilities and have these places to watch our games, for our players to have this level, like the 76ers Fieldhouse, to have that level of facility to come and play in and practice in. It shows the growth in our league. It shows the commitment from the NBA teams. Many of them are community assets, so it shows the commitment from the communities. And just how our league is increasing. The other thing I'll say is that in a lot of cases, as it is with the 76ers field house, is that these are community facilities where it's not just a facility where the Blue Coats play, but now you have other community activities that come in and are part of it. So I think it really brings in the overall experience of and purpose of the facilities and our teams as being community assets.
Shareef, is it fair to say then that you feel strongly that your league is thriving and is actually doing a lot of things trending upwards?
Yeah, we are. We're doing a lot of things the right way. We have things we have to continue to get better at, but there's a lot. Throughout this season, 50% of NBA players had G League experience. You look last year, the Toronto Raptors head coach Nick Nurse, world champion, former G League coach. 80% of our officials now in the NBA now have G League ties. So there's a lot to point to. Again, 26 of our G League teams are owned by NBA teams. All our teams are operated by NBA teams. So just all of that connection, the news we're making with the young players coming into our league, a lot of positives. Obviously, with the current environment, we have challenges like every other business and every other sports league right now. But we'll get through those challenges. We'll come back and we'll play basketball. We'll be engaged with our communities, and we're excited. We're looking forward to it. I think bright days are really ahead for the G League.
And Shareef, my last thing, did you ever imagine you'd be like president of a league like you are?
No, I can't say when, as I feel I'm in my second career. I tell folks, this is now my second career, and I can't say I did. When I stopped playing, I got really lucky, and guys Jeff Petrie and Wayne Cooper, they were running the Kings at the time.
Great guy.
Yeah, and Philadelphia guy, Jeff is, and he asked me to stay around to help with the Kings, and I thought I'd do that a year or two, and take off and go do something else, and it really created an opportunity, one, for me to learn and keep growing personally, but I feel as though I'm now borrowing from things I've learned along the way as a player, coaching, working, on the team side, working at the league, and I have a lot I feel like I can give back to our players and to our league just from all those experiences. So it's one, fulfilling and me continuing to learn, but also rewarding, I think, in that I can contribute.
Shareef, I do appreciate the time, and I know you gave a shout out to my dad. I also want to congratulate you. Your son's a heck of a player. I know he's made his college commitment, so I'm going to be watching him as well. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time out of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we appreciate you being on the Blue Cougs beat here on DETV. Take care.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, D. You take care too.